Right then, ladies and gents, how is it going? I'm out on Daffy, as you can see, Twilly Road in front of me, off having a little bit of a test ride of my motorcycle after fitting a Black Widow decat link pipe to it. It is a glorious day, as you can see, although it is still a bit nippy. It is a bit chilly, about 5 degrees or something like that last time I looked. But yeah, it's really nice to have a little bit of blue sky after all that horrible rain and even snow we've had recently. So yeah, it's a perfect day to get out and try this out. I just wish the roads were a bit drier and a bit warmer, and that sun was a little bit higher in the sky. It would make it a little bit easier and safer, you know. But yeah, it's still good. We've got to make the most of whatever weather we get this time of year for the motorcycles, don't we? So yes, I am not grumbling one little bit. So yeah, here is a demo of the Black Widow exhaust paired up with an ScProject N-can, DNA open air filter, and I've also had it remapped, although I haven't had it remapped for the decat pipe. On the Black Widow website it does say that you don't need to remap it for this link pipe, so the fact that I have had it remapped for the stock pipe with the ScProject and DNA filter means it should be okay, but I will probably at some point soon, as soon as some funds allow, get it remapped properly to suit the new link pipe. One of the things I really like about the ScProject exhaust is that it's not obnoxious. It's quite tame, in fact, but that's also the thing I dislike about it as well. It just doesn't add enough audio delight to the bike, which is what I fitted the link pipe, to be honest. It was to try and get a little bit more noise, but without going too much. And I'm still kind of unsure on it. So in the future, once I've had the bike a little while in this configuration, and before I've spent money on a remap, because I've already spent money on a remap once, I might decide to change that silencer for something with a removable baffle. It is possibly the best looking exhaust for this motorcycle though, so that's why I was quite happy to spend some money on it. But yeah, it doesn't really add anything. It's certainly not really any noisier than stock, to be honest, and when they were dynoing the bike for the remap, they did say that they weren't really getting much from it. It just couldn't breathe properly. So I do think that a different N-can is possibly on the cards too, which is a shame. It's a real shame, because I love how the ScProject exhaust looks. But it's what it is. I don't really want to cut the can open to make the baffles vanish, because it would ruin the can. It would never be the same again, and if I got it wrong, then I can end up with a can that just doesn't sound very nice either. So what I'll possibly do is take it off and clean it up and sell it, because there is nothing wrong with it. It's just not loud enough for me. But maybe I'm contradicting myself, because I do keep saying I don't want an obnoxious motorcycle. But anyway, enough about the ScProject N-can. Let's talk about this downpipe, shall we?
Keep that bud from side down.
It was quite easy to install. I did unfortunately receive the wrong instructions from Black Widow, and I gave him a call, and because I told them I bought it on eBay, it was from their eBay shop, but because I bought it from eBay, they weren't going to give me any assistance. I had to deal with them through eBay. So I had to reword my question and say, I bought this exhaust directly from you. Can you tell me which downpipe goes on which blooming piston on which cylinder? And then they gave me the technical assistance I needed. Fitting it was very easy, other than the fiddle that is this engine. I did have to undo the radiator. I didn't remove it, I just had to undo it, so I had a little bit of wiggle room behind it, and then just scrape some knuckles to undo the header bolts, but it all came off okay, and the bike's reasonably new, so nothing was all jammed up or anything like that. It came with a spring puller as well, which is quite handy because it does come with 4 springs to attach, and they can be a bit of a pain if you don't have a spring puller. Only a cheap little bit of bent coat hanger type thing, but certainly better than previous spring pullers I've had with exhaust pipes that were far more expensive than the Black Widow stuff, so I was quite pleased with that. So yeah, it all installed pretty easy, and yeah, I started it up and posted a short video on YouTube Shorts of the startup sound, and I seemed quite pleased with it at the time, but now I've been out on it, it's now more than just whether I'm pleased with it, or it's whether it's done anything. Has it done anything other than making the bike a little bit lighter? And I think it has. I mean, it might get refined with a remap, but the charm of this engine on the V-Strom is its lower mid-range, and it's still got that, so I've not lost anything by putting it on there, but it also seems to have added a little bit more sort of at the upper mid, lower top end sort of thing, where it feels very strong now, and that's quite a nice little bonus. It could all be placebo effect, you know. I mean, we like to justify our purchases by noticing every single little thing that happens with them, but more often than not it's just us being pleased with our purchase and justifying it to ourselves. So the dyno will be the thing that does really tell us whether it's working or not. But yeah, so do stay tuned for the channel if you do want to see dyno results, because I do hope to get back over to Steve Jordan's and one, get a dyno run of the bike anyway, but also get this exhaust pipe running as best as it possibly can on the bike. I think that is it though with this bike as far as modifications go. I think that is it. There's not really much else I can do. I've done bar risers and fitted the Rox anti-vibration bar risers with the GSX 8S handlebars, which suit my shoulder width a little bit better than the standard bars, and they do reduce the vibrations a little bit. I've got my Doubletake mirrors, which I really like. Nice little Daffy style quad lock mount there, which I'm going to repaint or do something to make it a little bit prettier. Shorter screen from the DE version of the bike, that seems to suit me much better. It's certainly a nicer place to be when riding along. It does mean I'm a bit more exposed to the weather, but it's cleaner and quieter and less buffety, and I like less buffety. And yeah, then the other bits are the ScProject exhaust, DNA air filter, and then this Black Widow exhaust, and the remap on the ECU. But the main modification I've done to the bike, which I absolutely love, and I've had it fitted a little while, I don't use it every ride, but I'm just glad it's there, and that's my VeridianCruise cruise control kit. I think it's wonderful, and the bike should come with cruise control as stock. It's a distance motorcycle and it's ride by wire, so there's no reason for them not to do it other than saving some money, but a couple of £100 on top of the asking price for the bike, I wouldn't begrudge that. I would not begrudge that at all. But yes, the good thing about it is that it means that companies like VeridianCruise come up with these devices, and then they sell them, and then we can fit them to our bikes. There will be a video up in the top corner showing you how to fit that to this bike, and if you go and have a look at that, there's a discount code on there too. Plug, sorry about that. Oh, there was one other bit that I've added to the bike, not that it's really a mod, it's more of an accessory, and that's just a really cheap tail bag which I got from, I think I got it from Sports Bike Shop, it might have been from their eBay store, but it was like 25 quid, and it's not waterproof, although it does come with a cover that will stop much water getting in there. But it's a neat little tail bag, and it does the job quite nicely of just carrying the basics, parking park and some tools and puncture repair kit. So yeah, that's about it for this bike. I don't really need to do anything else to it. I've not yet tried fitting my Kriega RackPack to it yet, and that is something that I'm going to have to do at some point, and the same with my other camping stuff, just because it's a distance bike, so I want to do distance on it, and if I'm doing distance then I want to camp. Get rid of this lorry, shall we? Let's get rid of this lorry. So I don't think I've really got anything else to do to this motorcycle really now, other than that remap. Yes, it's complete. It is now effectively as good a bike as I can get it, and it does the job, it does the business. I would actually go as far as saying it is possibly one of the best all-rounder motorcycles I've ever owned or ridden. It's hard to tell with the ones I've ridden versus owned, just because unless you've lived with a bike for a little while, you can't really tell. You see it's the good bits or glaringly obvious bad bits. But this I love it, and I love that I've put my mark on it with all the personalisation touches, like the you can't really see it too easily, but the Daffy beak, and then all the modifications. Yeah, it's cracking job. I love this bike, absolutely love it. It's a bit too slimy today to go hell for leather up Berry Hill, so I shan't, especially with the sun pointing where it is. It's making the reflection off the road really quite horrible, and when it's shining in my face like that, I can't see in my mirrors properly, and I can't see the road ahead properly. So we shall just be tame and gentle, and then just enjoy being out in the sunshine. Hey, just enjoy being out in the sunshine. But yes, I hope this has been an interesting video of the mods I've done to the bike, and the latest greatest mod of the Black Widow link pipe. I've really enjoyed this journey of upgrading this motorcycle to suit me best, and I think I've just about got it. So yeah, if you've enjoyed this and you want to see more V-Strom stuff, please do click that subscribe button if you've not done so already. And again, if you like the video, why not give it a big old thumbs up? We like them. And if you didn't, you can give it a little thumbs down. I don't mind at all. But please do drop down a comment below. Let me know if you've got one of these, and if you've done anything similar or different. Then I'd love to know what you've done to yours. That's whether you've got the DE, the RE, or the SE, or just the 800. The different countries have got different names for these bikes, haven't they? So yeah, let me know what you've done with yours. Oh yes. Now, do I stop at Whiteways, or do I find somewhere else for my lunch? Decisions. I don't like the food here. I'm going to crack on and find somewhere else. Oh, it seems everywhere I go today I am facing the sun, not complaining, and this video is done. So yes, you ride safe, take care, and we shall catch you all in the next one. Bye bye for now.
Keep that
Oh, that is action.
rubber side down. You know, you gotta keep that bike rubber side down.
Right, so please excuse the state of the bike while we're here. I thought I'd give you a quick little walk around. Yeah, it needs a big old clean. But yeah, that's the downpipes there, and the ScProjectChannel can, which is looking very, very mucky. Needs a big old clean, get all that salt off and grit and horribleness. That's the cheap old tailback I've got. It just sort of zips to it. It's not the best securing, but it was only 25 quid, does the job. And yeah, if it gets nicked, it's just a 25 quid bag. Obviously I'll be annoyed if I lost me tyre repair kit. But on the front we've got my little Daffy beak and my Daffy mascot with me channel sticker, and then my little self-painted quad lock mount there. Yeah, just a little touch. But yeah, these are the rock risers. They're rubber mounted, so they sort of help reduce some of the vibrations a little bit. And these are the bars from the GSX AS, which I find much better for me, because I'm not a huge lad, so I don't need big wide bars, and it's a bit better for filtering now as well, because it's a little bit skinnier. Got the screen here from the DE. I prefer it. It works for me best. And I guess that's just about it, really, of the things that you can see anyway. But yeah, cracking little bike. I do need to do some chain maintenance on it. It's a little bit loose at the moment, but it does the job quite nicely. Indeed. But yes. Right, I know I'd already finished this video, and none of you stay till the end, so none of you have probably seen this. But if you did, I hope you like what you see. And what a nice little castle, eh? Arundel Castle. Cracking job. Right, let's go get some food noms. Nom 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 nom.